Las opiniones y temas vertidos en este programa son de exclusiva responsabilidad de quienes los emiten y no representan necesariamente el pensamiento y filosofía de Radio Amiga y la Universidad La Gran Colombia.
You want to learn languages and culture? Clic on Air is your best option. Come and join us. Listen to us every Wednesday through www.radioamigainternational.com.
Radio Amiga, musical culture, 11 years on air.
Hello, Clic on listeners. Welcome to Clic on Air. Today is Wednesday. It's 4 p.m. Here we are in our cabin here in Radio Amiga International at Gran Colombia University. Welcome again to this sensational, this fantastic space, the place for languages here in Radio Amiga International. I'm Luis Fonseca, and as every Wednesday, we're going to have a really nice conversation, a really nice interview with a very, very nice guest. But first of all, let's say hello to the man of the hour. Hey, man, how are you, Nicolas?
Hey, Luis. Hello, Clic on viewers, Clic on listeners. Welcome to, like every Wednesday, we are here on Clic on Air. And I am happy to be here, Teacher Luis, with you and the excellent guest we have today. And like every Wednesday, we are going to talk about a really nice topic. And we're going to listen some nice music, and we're going to talk with Teacher Luis and our guests about this topic. And thanks. Happy to be here, Teacher Luis. Thanks for your greetings.
Yeah, for you, that's something very important because I don't know, I doubt your level. But as always, Clic on listeners and Clic on viewers, we're going to have, as I told you before, a really nice interview. And today is not the exception. We have a really nice guest, somebody that you know, as the song says. But teacher, do me the honor, introduce our nice guest.
Yeah, okay. We have our guest, teacher Margarita. She's in the States right now. And, well, let her introduce teacher Margarita. Hello, how are you?
Hi, teacher Nicolas. Hi, teacher Luis. How are you?
Yeah, we're doing okay. I mean, I'm doing okay, not as I wanted to, because I have to be here with Nicolas, but it's okay. I can bear that.
Where are you?
Who?
Okay, I am in North Carolina, more specifically in a small city called Gastonia, which is very close to Charlotte. Charlotte is the second most populated city in North Carolina, so I'm just next to a huge city. But this is not like the same as Bogota or Charlotte. This is more rural, so it's very relaxed and people are very laid back. It's a very nice place.
Yeah, the only thing that I know about North Carolina is that I think Michael Jordan's from there, from Wilmington.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the only thing that he is from.
You need to go out, man. Like the world is beautiful.
No,
you can travel.
I mean, I know that North Carolina it's a very important state, but Michael Jordan.
They have a lot of natural parks.
Yes,
no, I guess
he's from a small town called Wilmington. I think it's south. No, it's North Carolina.
And how was that, teacher Margarita? Well, I know this question it's maybe for the interview, but I want to know how was that change from Bogota to this small town in North Carolina? So how was that process? I know this is part of the interview, but we can make the question again later.
Yeah, everything is way different because it's more relaxed. It's not that chaotic. Let's start with the traffic. The traffic is awesome compared to Bogota's traffic and many other things. I'm sure I can tell you about it, like when the moment comes.
And when did you arrive there, teacher?
I arrived 3 months ago, and I think I didn't introduce myself. I forgot to introduce.
That was my question. Like, if you can tell us who you are. For we know who you are,
Mhm.
but for our listeners, can you tell us who you are? Where are you in this moment? And how do you feel being there?
Awesome. Yes. So my name is Margarita Ochoa, and I am an English and Spanish teacher. I am very proud to say that I used to teach at La Gran Colombia. I'm very, very proud to say that. And now I am a high school Spanish teacher here in North Carolina. I teach at a high school called East Gaston because the county of this place, or like the how would you say that? Like in Colombia, is like the vereda or condado. I'm not sure,
Yeah.
but the county is called Gaston. So my school is located at East Gaston. That's the name of the school. And I am a Spanish teacher, and everything is very crazy. This life change is really crazy, but I'm very happy and I'm adjusting to it.
Yeah, but how has been that process? I mean, from being because you before that you were working here with us, you were a really nice partner, and but now you are working with students at how is a school level? That's a high school, but you were teaching here at a university level. So has it been that change? Has it been difficult?
Yes, it's been very tough. To be honest, it's been very tough because sometimes you feel like you're teaching to children. It's very different. At the university level, people are very self-dependent. They are very autonomous. But when you go to high school, everything's so different. And here, they're not too good at following instructions or like basic commands. So that has given me a lot of problem. But I mean, there are also very good things. For example, the educational system is very interesting. This is something I'm not sure if I have to talk about it now, but I've noticed that the education is very personalized. So instead of all of the same grade students to learn the same subjects like biology, maths, English, Spanish, every person is learning different subjects. So I have students who are more directed towards sports. So they're learning, actually have the names of their subjects here. One student is learning food and nutrition, weight training, team sports, and Spanish. And other student from the same level, from the same grade, he's more interested in government and politics. So here his subjects are United States government and politics, sociology, statistics, and Spanish. I mean, they're very different, and they both are in 11th grade. That's very interesting, and that is something that called my attention.
So
from here.
sometimes you feel like you're teaching like, I don't know, 30 Nicolases in the same classroom, like people who don't pay attention.
Worst.
People who don't pay attention, do whatever they want.
Teacher Margarita, be serious, man. Is that a public school?
Yes, it's part of the public system. Mhm.
So it was like a modules. I don't know how to say that in English, and they can select the subject they want, or
Yes, exactly like that. So they can just choose the subject they want to learn on a specific semester, and they have 4 quarters and 2 semesters in the year. So each semester they're learning different subjects, like 4 different subjects, and they learn those subjects, or they have those subjects every single day. So from Monday to Friday, they're learning the same 4 subjects. So I think it's very interesting, and it's also very, very personalized.
okay. And sorry, teacher.
No, go ahead.
It's because I don't know if you had experience teaching in high school here in Colombia as well. So did you teach before here? And if you do, so can you tell us what maybe the differences between these students that you are watching now and the ones that you taught before?
You're
Yeah.
running.
Well, I have more
this is
experience
part of the
at
interview as well.
university level.
Sorry, teacher, continue.
Sorry. So I have more experience at the university level, but yes, I
okay.
did teach in high school, and the difference was mainly the subjects. So while like every single student from 11th grade was learning exactly the same. Yeah, so that is the main difference. And also, oh, there is another thing that I noticed. They don't have breaks. They never have breaks throughout the day. They just like finish one class, they go straight to the next class, and that's it. Like they see all their four classes without any break. They just have like 15 or 20 minutes to have lunch, and that's it. And that can have a negative impact because students really need to talk to their classmates, really need to talk about something that is not like the content of the class. So that makes it difficult.
Because if they don't have that opportunity, they will do it in the classroom. Like they will start like talking to each other in the classroom. Teacher, what is the average? I mean, like how many students do you have per classes? Are they? I mean, do they like to take Spanish classes?
Yes, I'm very lucky because I only have 3 courses or 3 groups, and each group is about 15 to 20 students. It's not that bad. I have colleagues that have 30 or 40 students. And about the Spanish subject, they cannot choose or they cannot choose to have Spanish 1. It's mandatory for most students, but they can choose Spanish 2, 3, and 4. So if they liked Spanish 1, they go ahead and enroll in Spanish 2 and so on.
Oh, okay.
So sometimes they don't like it. It's tough for them because it's just another world, another culture, and some students are not like culturally aware of like the rest of the world. So it's like a shock for them to find out that there is a whole world outside of their city. It's a challenge.
There are other cultures, no? Yeah, different than American culture. We have other cultures around the world.
I want to go back a little bit, teacher, and I want to ask you, like, how did you start your process in education, like your career? When did you start to get yourself involved in education?
Well, everything started when I graduated from high school. I was not sure what to do, so I had something for sure, and it was that I wanted to travel around the world. So I went to the States. I came actually to a very close city in 2013 from where I am right now, and it is called Chapel Hill. I came here before starting my Bachelor of Education, and I volunteered at an elementary school, and I really loved it. I believe it was awesome. That was a great experience. So when I came back to Colombia, I decided to start a Bachelor of Education in English and bilingualism. And that was when everything started. And during the Bachelor, I had several experiences in schools and universities. And I said, like, this is my thing. I really liked it. And just when I graduated, I started working at La Gran Colombia. And that's where everything went even better.
Yeah, especially when you met teacher Luis, no? that was worse.
That was just the small bad thing that happened. I'm kidding.
That was not so good. I'm sorry.
I'm kidding.
Don't worry, man. We just get use of your presence all the time. Teacher Margarita, and tell us what difficulties did you experience here when you developed your professional career in Colombia? And maybe what are the positive things of being a professional here in Colombia as well? So now you can see the two perspectives.
Sure. Well, I faced some challenges, but I can say that the positive things were way more than the negative things. So I remember that the most challenging thing that has happened to me was classroom management in Colombia. That was like the worst thing that happened, and just getting adjusted to the processes of the places where I worked, because every place has way different processes. But that was the most challenging thing, and the most rewarding thing was that people really believed in me. So, for example, in La Gran Colombia, I just graduated from the university and they gave me the chance to start working at the university level. And I was so happy. And like people really believed that I was able to do that. So I wanted to show that I was able to do that. So that was very rewarding and it was awesome. And the same with other places where I worked, such as the British Council, that the same happened there. Like they gave the opportunity to a very young woman that just graduated from the university. And that was a huge opportunity for me. And that was the most rewarding part of that experience in education in Colombia.
That's very lucky, no? Remember when your first job as a teacher?
My first job is, it was
long time ago. I know that's it's a hard exercise.
No, it was in
try to remember.
It was in 2011, and I can say it was a really crappy job, but I loved it because, I mean, it was a crappy job. But the good thing is it was so bad and so difficult to control students in, I don't know, classroom control and things. But it was so bad that it was good because it taught me a lot of things for the future, you know, like a lot, because I had to come up with different strategies, different possibilities, different approaches to pedagogy, because it was a tough school. There was this, I don't know how to say that in English, but it's these schools that are here in Colombia that when you don't want to go to a regular school, you go there and you study 2 years in one.
Or validación?
Yeah, something like that, but I'm not sure. So those students are really crazy and they study Saturday and Sundays and they don't like it.
Right.
And they're there just because their parents make them to, so make them go. So it's very difficult, very tough. And I wasn't even finished with the university. I was like in 7th semester, and that was my first job. That was really hard, but I learned a lot, so it's cool.
Yeah. I mean, because the teacher Margarita was very lucky, no? She went to the university, to British, and it was a really positive experience, right? So,
and what was your first job? Like selling stuff?
Selling things in the towns here in Colombia? No, well, I had to do many teachers' jobs before going to other better places and things like that, but it's a process, right? Teacher Margarita is like something you have to live, no, to learn, like Teacher Luis did, and so you are learning in this moment. I know the students are high school students are difficult. They are teenagers, and teenagers are difficult, but we have to I don't know, find a way.
But personal, I mean, because you've have told us about it, some things about the education systems and the kind of students you have, because okay, they are teenagers, so it's a difficult age.
Yeah,
that's it. No matter if you're here in Colombia or you're in Kathmandu,
anywhere.
Teenagers are difficult. We know that for sure. But personally, what's the best part of how do you feel in that place now? But personally, I mean, in your new home, in new neighbors, how do you feel? Not in the professional area.
Okay, like in terms of the community and the life, yeah. So I feel very good, and like Nicolas said, this place is surrounded by beautiful wildlife, natural parks, mountains, or as they say it with the southern accent, mountains. Not mountains, but mountains. And it's surrounded by beautiful places, and I am a hiking lover. So every single weekend I go to a different park, and it's awesome. Like the nature, animals you can see, it's just beautiful. And about the neighbors, I have really good neighbors because I found an apartment complex that is actually very known because a lot of teachers live here, and a lot of teachers that came with the same program I came. I came with a program, with an exchange program called EPI, Educational Partners International.
Oh, I know
and
that.
A lot of teachers that live here. Luis is writing.
Teacher Luis is taking notes. That's why he's asking a lot about how do you feel?
No.
How is the weather there?
No. Can you repeat that? You say EPA?
EPI.
Oh, EPI.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. I heard like EPA, and I thought about seeing some like EPA. No, but I'm sorry.
Pano.
No, that's another thing.
Yeah, it was my mistake. But okay, so you live there, and but right now, so you go like every weekend, you go for a walk. It's like you're working there, but your life in your house is you're living as a tourist still, right?
It's a new life.
Yeah, that's awesome. And I know that sometimes you understand that in school sometimes we have very bad days, and fortunately they're not too common.
Really bad
out
days.
of 5 days, 2 are really bad. The other 3 are okay. So when I just leave school, I feel myself like a tourist. So yeah, that's the fascinating thing about living in a different place, because just going to the Walmart is like the huge experience. Just going grocery shopping is like a great experience, a new world. So that's very fascinating, definitely. And this place is so big, like United States is so big, you can't even imagine. Like there are so many places that you can travel to that I think that I will never run out of places to visit.
Yeah, because that's something
You
that
feel the same when you go to D1.
No.
The same experience
No,
of
it's
going
not.
to Walmart, no?
it's not the same at all. No, I mean I said that because I know that. I mean I studied this 2
Como
years.
sonó de uno en inglés, D1.
I
Suena
studied
chévere.
2
Fancy.
years in Argentina, but I sometimes I was like, okay, this is in Buenos Aires, this is an amazing place, but right now it's like because we feel, or I felt like the people who live there didn't enjoy it the same way as I did, because I said, okay, I am studying here, I'm working here, but in the end, I know that I will be here just for 2 years, so I'm enjoying as much as I can. So I feel like a tourist every day. When I finish, I go and experience this and that. But for the people who live there, it's not the same, right?
I totally agree with you. Like, you see, everyone is very focused on their work and their routine. But for us, is everything, every day is a new experience, or just getting to do all the adult things. For example, getting a car, getting an apartment. You feel like, oh my gosh, this is so big, and there's so many things to do. And although some things can be difficult, the rest of them is just amazing. It's just a new surprise every day.
Teacher, but what is the most difficult part of, I don't know, of beginning a change or this thing that you have started?
It's
like, what is the most difficult part of making that
To
decision?
start a new life, no? It's because
Yeah,
it's a new life, yeah.
Yeah, you just said it. Like the fact that you are starting from scratch a new life is very, very like frightening. You feel very afraid of everything because you can I mean, there are days in which you are afraid of not having a house to sleep in, you know? So the most difficult thing is starting to get a new apartment, the fact that you need a car here for every single thing you want to do. If you just want to buy like a box of milk, you need a car
yeah.
for that. Yeah, it's very, very, they're very car dependent.
You cannot
and that's horrible.
You cannot find a lichigo there. You cannot go to the lichigo. No?
No.
It's not possible.
If you go to the mountain.
Yeah, maybe. Okay. You know, Clic on listeners, I told you this was going to be an excellent experience and opportunity. So I invite you to listen to us and participate with the hashtag for the day. Did you know
Yeah.
this?
Please click on listeners. Participate with the hashtag Clic on Life Changes and answer this question, please. Which one has been the most difficult change in your life? Do you think changes are always positive? Tell
Okay.
us why. Yeah.
Okay, participate, and
Bye.
now we're going to click on music for the first time, and when we come back, we're going to continue speaking to teacher Margarita. You will see that she has many more things to say to us.
Teacher, how do they call you, Margaret or Margarita?
No, she's Margarita.
Well, what I tell everyone here is just like the cocktail, margarita.
Yeah.
That's how
Okay,
everyone
all
says,
right.
Yeah,
margarita.
she's teacher
Margarita.
Margarita.
All right.
Counselor Rodriguez.
That's cool. All right, let's click on music for the first time. Let's click on The Fisherman, but Totola Momposina.
What fisherman, el pescador.
El Pescador by Totola Momposina.
Habla con la luna.
Let's click on music.
Huepaje. And that was Totola Momposina y el pescador.
Huepaje.
Habla con la luna. That's a tremendous song by a tremendous cantadora. That's a tremendous woman. I love Totola Momposina and I love that song because it reminds me of my roots. Do you like it, Teacher Nicholas? You don't know what it is.
Totono Grisales, of course I love Totono Grisales. No, Totola Momposina,
She has nothing to do with the brand, with the bags.
Toto, no, nada. Amazing song, but let's ask Teacher Margarita about her opinion. Teacher, why do you like this
Yeah.
song? Why do you like this song?
It's a beautiful song. And actually, it also reminds me, not my roots, because I'm from Bogota, but with my family, we used to travel a lot to the Caribbean coast. So it reminds me, it brings some memories from my childhood, some beautiful memories.
Yes, on the beach, listening to those songs and eating cocadas and stuff.
And
you
the
know.
man is talking to the moon? No, he's talking to the moon. He's giving thanks or
It's a poem.
It's a poem?
It's because in the Atlantic coast, the fishermen, when they want to fish and they want to work, they don't go out like normally they go out at night, like when it's really dark,
okay.
and they fish all night long. And when it's in the morning, they come back to the shore or to the pier to sell the fish, the fresh fish. So they have to help each other. And sometimes at night they are alone just with the moon and with the other fishermen. So he talks to the moon and he doesn't have fortune, just his net. It's a
That's a
terrific song.
beautiful explanation.
Yeah, it's because they are alone fishing. Sometimes when you go to the pier, really in the morning, and you get the fresh fish, you see them sleeping in the canoes because they are tired from the night before. So it's like I remember, it's a difficult job. Nice song.
I wanted to be a fisherman when I traveled to Cabo de la Vela. I say, no, I'm going to live here forever. What can I do? No, you can be a fisherman. Okay, what do I have to do? You have to fish all night. You have to
Yes.
bring...
No,
and sometimes you don't fish anything.
When I was expelled from school, when I was 15 years old, I was a fisherman for
1 day.
for 2 months until unfortunately or fortunately, I don't know, they took me back in school, so I had to drop my job because my mother said, "You're not going to fish anymore. You're going back to school."
You don't fish anything.
And I was so sad. But okay, let's go back on topic. And teacher, I want to ask in this moment, like, at what point did you decide to embark yourself in this new adventure? When did you decide, like, okay, I'm gonna start this process, and if it comes out well, I'm gonna go?
So just when, like, before graduating from high school, I like had a certainty. That certainty was that I wanted to know the world because that's the only way to broaden your mind and becoming wiser. So from a very young age, I decided that I wanted to travel the world. But the best way to travel the world and to get to know a place is to work and live there. So as soon as I graduated from my bachelor, I started applying. I've been applying for 2 years or so, not only to this program, but to many different international programs. And these past 5-6 months have been crazy because I've been applying like to 3 different opportunities before coming to the States. And I was about to travel to Spain because I got an opportunity from another entity, which is called ISEC. And I was just about to travel when they called me from an interview here. So I've been applying for 1 year to this opportunity, to this specific opportunity with EPI, and everything came up, or everything just happened 3 months ago. Like I got the interview and I traveled 2 weeks after the interview. It was a crazy process.
Yes, we knew. Yes, we knew. We
No.
needed some. No,
I didn't know. I didn't know that.
No, yeah, we knew because when she was doing all her process, she helped us with something here at the Clic, so we knew she was in a rush doing all the things. And the other chance that you had, the other one in Spain, it was similar. It was the same, like teaching as well, or it was a different project.
No, I was singing, I think.
I was also teaching English, but to kids. And it was not like a teacher, but a teacher assistant. And I said,
right.
like, I don't mind. I will go again. Like, I want to travel the world. I don't mind if I'm going to be a teacher assistant. But then I got the interview to be a teacher, to be an actual teacher. So I just said, like, I made my mind and decided to come here. But it was very tough. I was just like this close to travel to.
Imagine it was a
to Spain.
hard decision. No? You had to.
And all this process, I mean, now you're there, and what are like your plans for the moment? I mean, are you living alone, or what are your plans for the future? Do you want to live over there or continue traveling the world?
Well, this program only allows teachers to stay up to 5 years.
Okay.
So if I stay here, I'm only going to stay 5 years, and probably like a few months before my visa is expired, I'm going to start applying to other places. But we never know, right? And I am currently living with my husband here because the visa sponsored both of us. That was the great thing about this program, that this program sponsors your spouse and your family. If you have children, the program is going to sponsor your children as well. It's very tough, but it's worth it. And for the future, I don't know, whatever comes, but I am looking forward to doing my master's a long time ago. So I will probably start looking for options here or maybe in another place. I'm not sure.
Yeah, no, that I mean, if you're going to be there up to 5 years, you probably could start your master. But the other day we were interviewing another teacher from the state, and she was telling us that she was going to do her master's in Spain because actually the prices over there were like really high. But I don't know, maybe where you are, they are lower. That could be. I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about, but it could be.
No, yeah, maybe it's in the States. The education is very expensive. No, if you want to do a master or whatever, it's so expensive. I don't know. And teacher Margarita, tell us what is the most difficult thing when you want to make this type of decision in your life. So these decisions are difficult because everything changed in your life, no? So that's something that even the food, no, the typical things, no, the food, the weather, etc. But tell us, for example, there are many people, they want to start something new, but like you said before, they are afraid of many things, no? Especially when you are going to live in a different country. So yeah, tell us what is maybe those difficulties that you found in this way, and maybe a piece of advice for those people who are afraid of taking risk, no?
Sure.
Like me.
Well,
I'm afraid of
Yeah.
everything. Should I do it? Should I do it? Yes. Always, no? You have this in your mind all the time, and it's something that is bad, no? Well, I don't know. Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, it's very difficult. Yeah, so I was also very afraid, and I came here by myself first. So the best advice I can give people who want to travel the world is to save up a lot of money, especially considering that the Colombian peso, Colombian peso is nothing. It's so
Nothing.
sad. Like I saved a lot of money in Colombia, and then I came here, and
That wasn't a lot.
went to Walmart, and that was it.
And that
My
wasn't
savings
I'm
of
kidding.
2 years.
It was not that bad, but
a lot. So,
it was not that bad, but it is difficult, especially since we are a developing country with a very devaluated currency. So that's the most challenging part. And if you can save in dollars, that will be a great idea. Like if there is any way for you to save money in dollars or in a good currency, that will be great. And also, I mean, there are many fears that you can face, but there are also a lot of things that you're going to be rewarded for. So the experience of having experience in another country is going to be great for your CV. Like you're going to probably like many doors are going to open to you once you are there. So also look for a group of support, like people that can support you, give you advice, especially if they speak your same language. That will be great. And when you are part of these types of programs, they usually put you in contact with people that are already living in the place. That happened to me, and I found like a lot of angels in my life in this place. And most of them are Latin Americans, but I also found a lot of people here from the United States that have been so welcoming and that have helped me a lot. Like as simple as if you need to buy, for example, the car insurance, that can be a huge problem if you don't go to the correct place. That can give you a lot of headaches if you don't go to the right place. So just having someone to call and asking, where can I buy this? And they can tell you, go to that place, that is going to solve your problems for that day. So having that support around you is crucial. So that would be my advice, and those are the most difficult things that I faced here.
Yeah. Don't be afraid, no? Like don't be afraid. Go ahead. So take the risk. We talk to students here, no? When we have some scholarships for the students, and we say, hey, you can apply to this scholarship. No, teacher, it's other country, it's other language, and especially Colombians, no? We have that block in our minds that...
you see, the good thing is that, for example, teacher Nicolas doing okay with his saving, because I know he has $5 bills in his wallet. He has had that bill like for 5 years.
I'm saving in dollars. That's something cool.
He's doing okay right now. Maybe in the future he will have like $7 or something like that.
These are all my savings in this moment: $6 and 2,000 Colombian pesos.
Oh my goodness!
You're ready to go, Nicolas.
I'm
You're
ready.
ready to go.
Yeah, that's like the lucky dollars.
What can I buy with this in Walmart? No.
You know, that's for some people that, I mean, some experiences that are really, really scary, especially, okay, because in your case, you had the opportunity to travel with your husband, and that's like a lot of support because you need your family there. But
You want to travel with your husband, or?
no, I don't have husband. No, but when you have like a family, you always feel like I don't know, maybe more afraid to take this kind of decision because you have your roots here, maybe your house or something. You say, okay, do I really want to change all of this and try my luck? But sometimes you have to do it because something good may come up, and that's what I want to talk to you, teacher. What has been like I don't know, what can you tell us about your new lifestyle? I mean, how has it changed when you compare it to your life here in Colombia?
For example, you did hiking here in Bogota as well?
Yeah, and now you have a big
hiking in Los Cerros es bonito.
Yeah,
but it's dangerous.
But I know that you have a car. For example, you didn't have a car here in Colombia. I think you used a bicycle or something like that, right?
Yes, a lot of things have changed in my life in comparison to Colombia. And that is exactly the first thing, the transportation. So now I feel that I like the exercise in terms of physical condition. I'm really bad in physical condition. Now I walk one block and I feel tired because I was very used to exercise a lot or to travel in my bike. I used to commute in my bike or to go to work in my bike. But now that's just impossible. You barely see a bike here. It's very, very rare to see someone riding a bike on a road. So the most common transportation system, car.
And
there
how
are not
far-
even buses.
Sorry, how far is your house from school where you work?
It's 20 minutes away. 20 minutes away in car, by car. It's not that bad,
Yeah,
but you cannot walk.
Walking is like
You cannot walk that distance.
Walk is like 1 hour, right?
No, it's like I remember once I went to Miami. My best friend lives in Miami.
My goodness.
And it was so funny because I told him, okay, just drop me in the center, in the city center, and then I can walk around and he was okay, cool. And he dropped me there, and he was like, my heavens, 2 hours walking around. But I was really tired. Yeah, it's impossible. It's impossible to walk, right, teacher? It's not like, for example, in other countries that you can walk to.
It's not
to
made for
get some
walking.
places.
There are not even sidewalks. There are not even sidewalks. You see the road and the houses, and that's it. And there is very, very rare to see a sidewalk where you can actually walk. And hiking is a very popular activity, but that's only on weekends. But on a daily basis, walking is not an option. And there are many other things that are different. Like, I have a huge list of things that are very different here, but there are also some things that are similar because Colombia has adopted a lot of United States traditions. For example, Halloween. Halloween is celebrated exactly the same in Colombia and in the United States. And what else? I actually have a list here, but
the Virgen
like,
del Carmen,
give
no.
me more ideas.
No, but Virgen del Carmen, no, it's not celebrated there. That's not a tradition they
No.
adopted. Teacher, but okay, you told us that one of the most difficult thing when you're right there was like getting your house and getting a car. But all those errands that you gotta do in this kind of program, do you have to do it with your own money, or they help you in some way?
Yes, they give you, they lend you some money that they're going to get from your payroll every month.
Okay.
So they lend you some money, but most of the expenses are from your own pocket. And there are a lot of expenses. It's very expensive, and you get in a lot of debt. If you want me to be honest, you get in a lot of debt here. And of course, you work here, and eventually you're going to pay everything off and start working for yourself or saving up. But I think that's only going to happen in about 1.5 years or something. Well, you get adjusted and adapted and everything.
Okay. Well, I think that we can click on music for the second time. Do you think we have time?
Yeah, I don't know if we have time. Probably we are running out of the time. I don't know. But yeah, let's click on the second. I was going to ask something, but let's click on music for the second time before we leave. So let's click on The Beatles. She's Leaving Home by The Beatles.
Okay, we were listening to the Beatles.
Beatles.
The Beatles here on Radio Mega International. Teacher Margarita, she's leaving home.
Margarita.
Why?
I'm leaving home.
Why is she leaving home?
It's necessary to broaden your mind, to learn about other cultures. And yeah, that is another thing here. Like, complementing another question you asked, here in the States, you can go to a Buddhist temple or to a Catholic temple, and they're just 5 minutes away, for example. Or you can find someone from India, from Brazil, and you just have to move around, and it's like a world. The world is here. Like a lot of different cultures are just 5 minutes away. And that's another thing that is very exciting about this country. And in Colombia, I remember that nowadays it's getting more multicultural, but it was not that multicultural like here. Here it's just fascinating how many cultures you can find. I'm actually a neighbor to a Jamaican teacher, and we're getting along really well. And a lot of teachers from all around the world live just 2 minutes away, so that's just fascinating.
Perfect. And do you have like a lot of restaurants, like different multicultural restaurants?
Yummy, yes.
Yeah, excellent. Because part of knowing the culture is not with the gastronomy, you
No,
know.
yeah, that's the typical. No, I miss Colombian food. Yeah, but you can find Colombian food as well.
No.
No.
I never missed any kind of food. I mean, when I travel,
So-
I need to try the kind of food that I have never tried.
So, teacher Margarita, what do you miss from Colombia beside our president,
No,
our Colombian president?
besides el Clic and teacher Nicholas and those
So-
bad jokes.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not kidding when I say that I really miss the clique. Like that's for real. I really miss my job, my colleagues, my director, like all of that people, and you guys. I really miss you guys, and I'm not kidding.
you.
But
Thank
apart
you,
from
teacher
that,
Margarita.
the juices, like the fruit juices, they're very difficult to find here. For example, tomate de árbol, curuba, maracuja, all of those fruits are very difficult to find, and the juices they always have a lot of sugar and they're very synthetic. You don't feel like actually drinking the fruit. So I miss that a lot. And the food a little bit, although I'm close to a Colombian restaurant. Yes, so I can find empanadas.
Interesting. No, I remember that from when I was living in Argentina with
I
my
thought
wife.
you remember some
No,
empanadas.
no, because in Argentina, I mean, a lot of countries, and not only Latin America, but around the world, it's like they don't have that culture that we have, like the use culture. But especially here in Bogota, it's a very, I don't know, a very intricate culture, I think, embedded culture, because people from Bogota like to drink juice. I mean, you go to a house and they have like a big bottle of juice. All day you can find
Delicious.
juice. But for me, it wasn't a big deal because I'm not used to drinking juice. I prefer to drink water or instead. But for my wife, that was really difficult because she wanted to drink any kind of juice, and the only thing that you could find there was dry apples.
No, that's horrible, man.
Yes.
Here we have some comments on Facebook. Teacher Margarita is very popular.
Yeah. Finally, someone popular on the program.
Yeah. Dice like Dianita Duque Real dice qué profesora tan maravillosa. We agree.
Yeah, agree.
Aw.
We agree.
So sweet.
Maggie Moro said you're great, and he hits like some emojis like blowing a kiss. Something. And Mateo Urdaneta Santa Cruz said Margarita crack, and two green hearts. And then you see Maria Paula Ospina sends you a heart, big heart. And Clara Esperanza says fantastic. I don't think it's Nicola. I think it is for you, teacher. Fantastic.
No comments for me. Amazing, no?
Yeah, you have a lot of people that like you. That's cool. I mean, you're very popular because that speaks well of your job.
Yeah, teacher, you have
Thank
only
you.
3 months there, right?
Yes.
Wow, but
it's just the beginning of the adventure, I guess.
But it seems like, I don't know, it seems like you get the use of the place, of the people very easy. I don't know, it seems like that. I remember my first 6 months were so difficult, no? Because you
You used to cry every day.
I used to cry, call my mom. So I need to cook some rice. How do you know how to cook, by the way? Because that's something important,
Yes.
right?
Teacher, and I mean, we need to go to finish. I'm sorry, but before finishing, I want to ask you now properly. What can you tell us about? I mean, you were telling like some pointers about the American education system, but what is the thing that has impressed you the most, like about from what you have known so far?
In a positive or negative way?
Both.
I don't know. It's true that the American education is really bad, or is a myth? Because
I mean, there is one thing that shocked me in a negative way, and is the fact that we always have that threatened of the with the weapons. You know, that is something that shocked me in a negative way. And like the positive thing is that students are well behaved and they really try. Like they really try, and everything is very. I want want to say that all the cultures or people have a lot of respect for other cultures and for maybe learning disabilities, for every single diversity feature. So they're very respectful to that, and they really pay attention to every single learning disability or every single challenge that student may have. They like take that very seriously, and that's something that I found very positive as well.
Cool. Maybe we can invite your students, teachers, someday here to the program, Clic on Air, and you can practice with your Spanish class, and we can speak with them. I don't know, probably. We can create an interaction in Spanish, and they can ask teacher Luis.
Nicolas doesn't know what he's talking about.
No, I mean, it's something nice, no? Because it's they are learning Spanish. They need intercultural exchange, of course.
That would be nice.
Yeah, and as a requirement from the program, I need to do 2 cultural programs or performances. I already did one, and I danced Totola Momposina song. But now I have to do another one, and that will be a great idea.
Yeah, so count on us.
We can help us. Yeah, we can help us together. I mean,
teacher, I just want to say thank you for accepting this invitation. It's always nice to talk to you. You're an amazing professional, an even better person, and it's really nice to hear from you. And I mean, to know that you're doing well over there, and I just wish you the best now and forever. And thank you for being with us today, teacher.
Likewise, thank you so much, and I miss you all a lot. Thank you very much. It was awesome to be here.
Yes, we miss you, teacher. All the students miss you here at the Clic.
Yeah, they're bored studying with Nicolas.
Yeah, can we change to teacher Margarita? No,
she's not longer
she's
with
not
us.
here.
That's not true. They love you.
They say, les digo, she's leaving home.
She left home already.
Now, teacher Margarita, nice. It's really nice to hear from you. All your plans or your projects are really cool, are doing well. We are so happy that you were part of this team, and you are more than welcome if you want to come back. I told you when we say goodbye before, but today in the program I just told you again. And thanks for being here. It was a really nice hour talking to you, not to Luis, but talking to you.
Teacher, what time is it over there?
It's 6 p.m. It's 1 hour later.
Okay, so now you're about to have dinner.
Why always you think?
No,
food,
because
man.
I want to know like what is like a regular
Empanada.
dinner over there? Like, are you cooking Colombian food, or are you going to eat something like an American like?
Yes. It's very varied. Like, you can eat anything here. I usually eat a lot of chicken and rice. You know that Colombians love rice. I love rice.
Yeah.
I eat rice every single day. My husband is a great cook, so he has been very creative with food here. So he's mixing cultures around.
Yeah, because I cannot. That's for sure. I cannot live without rice. No rice, no party. Okay, teacher.
I know.
Thank you, and thank you, Clic On listeners, for being with us as always every Wednesday. See you next Wednesday. Remember, 4 p.m. here on Clic On Air. Thank you, teacher.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, teacher Nicolas. I mean, you're a regular. You're here. You're the guest that I always have.
So I'm regular. I don't deserve a thank you. All right.
Okay. Thank you, teacher Nicolas. Thank you, everybody. See you next Wednesday. Bye, teacher. Have a nice night.
Clic
Bye,
On
thank
listeners.
you.
Clic On viewers. Bye, teacher.
Las opiniones y temas vertidos en este programa son de exclusiva responsabilidad de quienes los emiten y no representan necesariamente el pensamiento y filosofía de Radio Amiga y la Universidad La Gran Colombia.
You want to learn languages and culture? Clic On Air is your best option. Come and join us. Listen to us every Wednesday through www.radioamigainternational.com.
Radio Amiga, musical culture, 11 years on air.